Welcome students. Today what we are going to do is our new topic called as factorization of polynomials. Correct. But before we do this, let's try to understand one more concept that is called as factor theorem. I told you in the last class that we are going to understand a factor theorem and then we'll proceed how we can solve a particular polynomial with the help of a splitting method as well as a factor theorem. So let's begin with a factor theorem. Factor theorem says if p of x is a polynomial of degree n greater than equals to 1 and a is any real number, then we have two ways to understand this. First says that x minus a is a factor of p of x, and second says that if p of a equals to 0, if x minus a is a factor of p of x. So basically what we are going to understand over here is, you remember the example number 10 we did in the previous class. In that particular problem, if you do remember, 2t plus 1 is a multiple of a given polynomial. At that time I told you that this is going to be important to define our next particular topic, factor theorem. Why I said that? Because when we got the remainder 0, I told you then it becomes a factor. 2t plus 1 will become a factor. Why? Because we are getting remainder 0. That's what it's all about. This factor theorem says that if a polynomial of degree n greater than equals to 1 and a is any real number, then we can definitely say that x minus a is a factor of p of x, and second, is x minus a is a factor of p of x if p of a equals to 0, and second, if p of a equals to 0, if x minus a is a factor. So it's kind of a two-way thing. Means if x minus a is a factor, we will definitely get p of a 0. If p of a is 0, we can definitely say x minus a is a factor. Why we are doing it in a two different way? Because suppose question says like this, check whether this is a factor or not. So how can we identify whether the given x minus a or some linear polynomial is a factor or not? So by getting p of a equals to 0. And if question says that the given polynomial or a given linear polynomial x minus a is a factor, that means we are certainly aware that p of a is definitely 0. That's what says here. If p of a equals to 0, if x minus a is a factor. और ऊपर जो लिखा है first one is x minus a is a factor if p of a is 0. Correct? We'll see few problems and then we'll try to develop how we are going to factorize a polynomial using both methods, splitting as well as with the help of a factor theorem. Simple. So let's have a look at a simple problem. Example number 11. Examine whether x plus 2 is a factor of x cube plus 3x square plus 5x plus 6 and 2x plus 4. This is what we have to examine. Now how can we do this? So first of all, what we are looking at is the 0 of x plus 2 is minus 2. Simple. Also, we'll let the given polynomial as p of x 3x square, x cube plus 3x square, x cube plus 3x square plus 5x plus 6. And another one is, let's say s of x is equals to 2x plus 4. 2x plus 4. So how can we find whether this x plus 2 is a factor? So we'll simply put x equals to minus 2 in both the polynomials and we'll see if we get the remainder 0, it is a factor. So first what I will do, p of minus 2. So if I put in this one, so it becomes minus 2 cube. 3 into minus 2 square, 5 into minus 2 plus 6 minus 2 cube 8. 2 square is 4, 4 3s are 12 minus 5 2s are 10 plus 6. What will be the answer? minus 8 plus 12 plus 4, 4 minus 10 minus 6, minus 6 plus 6, 0. So I can easily say that x plus 2 is a factor of p of x. As simple as that. Then let's do over here. क्या करेंगे? We'll say s of minus 2. So 2 into minus 2 plus 4. So minus 4 plus 4 will be 0. As simple as that. So I can again say that x plus 2 is a factor of s of x. Why I can say? Because I got the remainder 0. As simple as that. You don't have any kind of difficulty to prove this. Now one thing, if you observe here, your polynomial 2x plus 4, if you take 2 common, it becomes x plus 2 itself. Just think, take 2 common from this, it becomes x plus 2 itself. So basically that is how we are going to find whether the given polynomial is a factor of a different polynomial or not. Simple. So please pause the video and note down the problem. We'll move forward. Example number 12. Find the value of k if x minus 1 is a factor of this polynomial. So we already know that if x minus 1 is a factor, correct? If x minus 1 is a factor, so I can say x minus 1 is a factor of this polynomial p of x, 4x cubed plus 3x square minus 4x plus k, then I can say p of 1 is equals to 0. Correct? Simple. Now if I know that p of 1 equals to 0, then let's find out what we are getting. So if I could replace this x by 1, so it becomes 4 into 1 cube, 3 into 1 square, minus 4 into 1 plus k. Now I already know that this p of 1 is 0, so I can easily put 0 over here. 4 into 1 cube 4, 3 into 1 square 3, minus 4 plus k, plus 4 minus 4 cut. Correct. So I am getting 0 is equals to 3 plus k. So I can definitely say that my k is going to be minus 3. As simple as that. Just bring this 3 on the other side, so you will get the value of k. As simple as that. Am I correct? So this is how we can solve a problem of factor theorem. We solve two problems. One of them, a linear polynomial is given and ask us to find whether it is a factor of a given polynomial or not. In this particular one, we have to find the value of k if x minus 1 is a factor of this polynomial. So we already know that x minus 1 is a factor of this polynomial. We just simply need to find the value of unknown of this given polynomial. Am I clear? Please pause the video, note it down so that we can move further. Now let's go towards the splitting method. Correct? We already understood that in our lower standard, but still, what is a splitting method? And this method is for factorization. So suppose you have a quadratic equation, something like quadratic polynomial, something like this, ax square plus bx plus c. And if I want to find the factor of this, then how we were doing it? So we know that we must take a product of AC, and the value of b should be the sum of that. This sum should be b. Correct? Means these two values sum is whatever will be the product, we want to take in such a way that their sum will give us answer b. That is the simple thing we are going to do. I am not going to much into this detail, but इससे ज़्यादा better आपको समझ में आएगा with the example. So I am going with the example number 13. इसमें ज़्यादा डिटेल जाने में कोई इतना मज़ा नहीं आएगा. Let's go for example number 13. What does example number 13 says? Factorize the polynomial is given as 6x square plus 17x plus 5. Now we want to factorize this using both ways with the help of a splitting middle term. and with the help of a factor theorem. So let's go with the method number 1 by splitting little term. Then we'll see how we can do this particular problem using the factor theorem. So first of all, if I want to do this 6x square plus 17x plus 5, and if I compare, I can see this ax square plus bx plus c. So my product ac means 6 into 5, that will be 30. So I need to factor 30 in such a way that my product should be 17. So it is very easy to understand. 15 twos are, this is the factor, and then sum will give you 17, both plus. This is called as butterfly method. It's not something given in your book. This is, I'm just giving you to remember it. You can say this looks like a butterfly, isn't it? So that's why I call it as a butterfly method. But it's not something a real name. This is just from my side, just for us to easy to remember. So this is how we can split 17. So I can write 6x square plus 15x plus 2x plus 5. I can take not 6 common, but if I see these two terms, in those two terms, both of them are multiple of 3. So I can take 3 common with x. So I'm left with 2x plus 5. 1 common, 2x plus 5. So it becomes 2x plus 5 into 3x plus 1. What I did, I took this 2x plus 5 common. So I left with 3x plus 1. So these are the factors using the splitting method. Am I clear? Now how can we factorize this particular polynomial with the help of a factor theorem? That is what you are going to understand, and please focus, because it is going to be the important criteria and important problem for us. So please pause the video and note it down so that we can move forward. Correct? Now I am not going to make it difficult for you, but this particular problem is given as a bit difficult because generally how we are going to do. So let's go with the method number 2 called as factor theorem, using factor theorem. First of all, look at the equation or look at the polynomial. It is given as 6x square plus 17x plus 5. What I will do is, I will make the coefficient of x square 1. So for that I need to take 6 common. So it becomes x square plus 17 by 6x plus 5 by 6. Simple. Why I did that? For me, now it becomes very easy to take a product of this into this, a into c. So basically what we are looking at, the possible factors of 5 by 6 are. So what would be the possible factors of 5 by 6? So it may be plus or minus 1 by 2, plus or minus 1 by 3. Then what could be else? 1 by 2, then 5 by 3, 5 by 2. Correct? So these are the possible factors. Now from these, which particular value is going to satisfy this quadratic polynomial which gives us answer 0? Because what we understood is, if it is a factor, then the remainder must be 0. So if I replace any of this value in this particular polynomial, so let me say this is equals to 6 into p of x. This becomes our p of x. And if I replace any of this value here in x, if it gives me 0, then it is a factor. If it does not give me 0, then it is not a factor. So let me start with something like this, p of minus 1 by 2. Because I don't know which value is going to give me answer 0. So I need to go for some trials. Minus 1 by 2. If I replace over here, so it will be minus 1 by 2 square, 17 by 6 into minus 2 plus 5 by 6. So this becomes 1 by 4 minus this and this get cancelled. 3 minus 17 by 3 plus 5 by 6. So what will be the LCM over here? If we need to check that na, before that you cannot say this is going to be 0 or not. So I need to check what will be LCM. 6, 4 and 3. 6, 3 is 18. 18 not possible. So we need to do that. It will be difficult for you to directly get the LCM. 4, 3, 6. So 2, 2, 3, 3. Then 2, 1, 3, 3. Then 3, 1, 1, 1. So 3 to the 6 to the 12. So for me LCM is going to be 12. Here 4, 3 जाएगा numerator में. Minus 3 is there. So 3 4 are 12. 3 ऊपर minus 51 plus 6 to the 5 to the 10. So this is definitely not going to be 0. This is not going to be 0. You can check. Numerator is not getting 0. Anyhow, this is not going to be 0. So I can easily say that x minus 2 is error. Minus 1 by 2 is not going to be a possible factor. Simple. तो फिर दूसरा क्या आएगा? तो I'll narrow it down for you in a good way. See, if I take minus 1 by 2, I can have another factor which satisfies this is 5 by 3, because then and then only it becomes 5 by 6. And if I take negative, then this must be negative as well, because the product should be positive. So if 1 by 2 is not possible, negative, then negative 5 by 3 is also not possible. As simple as that. Correct. Then let's try 1 by 3. Minus 1 by 3. So minus 1 by 3 cube plus 17 by 6 into minus 3 plus 5 by 6. 3 cube is 27. Oh, not cube, it's a square. So 3 square is 9. 1 by 9. Minus 3 2 is 6. 17 by 2 plus 5 by 6. What will be the LCM of this 9, 2 and 6? 9, 2 and 6. What will be LCM? So if I go with 2, 1, 3, then definitely I will go for 3. 3, 1, 1 and 3. 1, 1, 1. 3 is a 9, 9 to the 18 is my LCM. Now if I got LCM 18, then what will be my further numerator? So 9 2s are 18, this will be 2. 2 9s are, obviously. So if I do that, it becomes 17 into 9. I need to calculate what will be 17 into 9. 9, 63, 6. 9 is a 9 and 6, 15. Oh, very big number. 153. Correct. Plus 5 by 6. So 5 by 6 will be 6 3s are 18. This will be plus 15. 5 3s are 15. Yeah. So I am getting something wrong here. X square minus 1 by 3 will be 2. So x square is minus 1 by 3 square plus 17 by 6 into minus 3. Oh, that's the mistake. My bad. Both of them are wrong. I am going to rub it and do it again. So I am really sorry about that. I did a small but eventually a quite big mistake. Both of them are wrong. Sorry. So please focus again. 1 by 2 plus 17 by 6 into minus 1 by 2 plus 5 by 6. My bad. That was a big blunder from my portion, my side. So this is 1 by 2. This becomes minus 17 by 12 plus 5 by 6. Again, LCM is definitely going to be 12 because 6 is a multiple, 4 is a multiple. So eventually we will get 12 only. Don't worry about that. So 3 minus 17 plus 2. So I am getting somehow not equals to 0 only. Again, all the procedure is same. Just we were making sure that जो mistake की थी वो हम correct कर दे. 5 by 6. So this becomes 1 by 9 minus 17 by 12. Sorry, 18 plus 5 by 6. Again, LCM is going to be 18 only. But 9 2s are minus 17 and 5 3s are 15. Now check numerator. 2 minus 17 minus 15 plus 15 0. Therefore what can I say? That x plus 1 by 3 is a factor. X plus 1 by 3 is a factor. Now same way over here, if minus 1 by 3 is a factor, which particular value will satisfy with this one? Minus 5 by 2. See, it's a very common sense. Why I am telling you this? Just think like the splitting one. If you split this 5 by 6, it may come like this, minus 1 by 3 and minus 5 by 2. If both of them negative, then only their product is going to be positive. If one of them negative, one positive, their product is not going to be positive. So minus 1 by 3 minus 5 by 2. So similarly, I can say x plus 5 by 2 is a factor. What you people are supposed to do is, you people are supposed to go by trial. But trial mein use your brain and think like this. This will help you to do your trial method in an easy way. So I got these two factors, simple. So what I can do is, I can replace this value with this into this, because both of them are factor, so I can replace this. So please pause the video, note it down so that I can solve it further. Simple, do that. Okay, so what I am going to do is, I am going to write my both the factors over here something like this. 6 into x plus 1 by 3 into x plus 5 by 2. Simple. I wrote both the factors this way. Now simplify this. Simplify this in the sense, do something like this. 6 LCM 3x plus 1 by 3. Here 2x plus 5 by 2. Now if you look carefully, 3 2s are 6 and this 6 get cancelled. So my factors are 3x plus 1 and 2x plus 5, and these were the same factors we got using the splitting method. By splitting method, we got the same factor, but factorization makes it difficult using factor theorem. And in our textbook, we are going to solve every problem now onwards with the help of a factor theorem. Am I clear? Please watch it carefully, 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, as many as time you want, but make sure that you understand this method. It is very important. Am I clear? So basically today I am going to stop here. I don't want to rush into the topics, है ना? मैं नहीं चाहता कि मैं आपको और sums करा के confuse करूँ. Think on this. We'll do more in the next class. Correct? Till then, keep on preparing, and from now onwards, prepare for your exam. Correct? Bye bye, and keep studying. Stay home. Stay safe.